guys, welcome back to the channel. So you're probably aware how important is the nutritional value of the foods that you stock. So in today's video we're covering 15 superfoods you should stock in your prepper's pantry. So guys, let's kick off with a quinoa. Quinoa is pretty much a complete protein. It is very, very important, as you know, for the survival to have a complete proteins in our bodies, but I'll do a different video to cover that. However, quinoa has fiber, iron, magnesium and essential amino acids, and at the same time, guys, it tastes very, very good. Next thing on my list, guys, is chia seeds, and those things are absolutely amazing. Chia seeds have the omega-3 fatty acids, they've got fiber, they have protein, they have antioxidants, and they have calcium as well. Next thing on my list are lentils, guys, okay? And we're talking about lentils in any sort of color. I have here a brown lentils, and also lentils do come in a pre-cooked sachet, which is really, really amazing because they do take a little while to cook. So the benefit of lentils are including protein, fiber, iron, folate and potassium, which is absolutely amazing. So moving on to the next thing, guys, we are talking about oats. Yes, your general everyday oats. It is kind of difficult to believe that those guys are count as a superfoods. However, guys, oats have fiber, protein, iron, magnesium and even zinc. Next thing, guys, we are talking about is berries, and especially we're really talking about these superfood berries. They are normally cranberries, blueberries and goji berries. Unfortunately, they are really on the most expensive side as we're comparing them to the other kind of berries, but this is the reason behind that. The berries are full of antioxidants, vitamins and fiber, which is absolutely amazing. Next thing we're moving on is nuts and seeds. As we know, guys, there is a load of variety of nuts and seeds on the market. So I have here, for example, a selection of the almonds, and I've got the pumpkin seeds. But as I said, the world's the oyster, and all nuts and seeds have a lot of benefits. They have healthy fats, they have protein, they have fiber, they have vitamins and minerals as well. So again, you can add them onto your breakfast cereals, you can add them onto the porridge, you can add them onto your bacon, and of course, guys, in the emergency situation, you can just snack on them to give you that little boost. Next thing, guys, it's a spirulina powder, okay? You might have not heard of this, but this is basically algae that grows in a fresh water. Unlike something like kelp and the seaweed that grows in a salty water, this is algae that grows in a fresh water. And it does count as a superfood because it's pretty much a complete protein. It has vitamins, it has minerals, and it has antioxidants as well. It is not particularly cheap, guys, but you can also buy this either in a powder form or in a multivitamins type little tablet as a supplement, and it's meant to be super good for your body, and I think an absolute must-have for the prepper pantry. The next thing on my list, guys, is a flax seed. You can get a flax seed as a whole seed, but it is better digestible for your body if it's actually crushed. So I normally have a crushed flax seed, and I do add them on to protein bars that I make for lunches. Flax seed, it is super, super good for you. It does have omega-3 fatty acids, fiber and protein, and it does give you that really, really nice nutty flavor as well. So next thing, guys, okay, it's probably not a surprise for many, but we're talking about honey, okay? Honey is antimicrobial and it has many, many other vitamins and minerals in there. The only thing, guys, you must make sure that you don't cheap out on honey. The very, very cheap honey you buy for like £1.09, it is not a good honey and really rarely will give you any benefits whatsoever apart from using it as a sweetener. However, guys, if you can buy your honey from a local producer, at least you know it's 100% honey. Our honey that you currently buy in a supermarket is not regulated, so they mix honey from different countries across the EU. They can add on other things like a sugar syrup, so you really rarely will know what's inside it. So for the best results, guys, buy a real honey. At the same time, if you want to push the beneficial side of honey, you can infuse the honey with many things like herbs and flowers. So here I have a chamomile infused honey. So I can grow chamomile, you can buy chamomile, and we know that chamomile have really calming properties. So at the same time as having your honey as a really good antimicrobial and beneficial food, you can actually then infuse this with many other things that'll make it even better. Next thing on the list, guys, is the coconut oil. It has only got two things. It's got the healthy fats and antioxidants, but it is super tasty, guys, to cook with, and it's also good for your skin and for your hair. The next thing on the list, guys, is tinned fish. all the tinned fish is really good for you and has a lot of vitamins and minerals. However, when we're talking about the superfoods, we're talking about the sardines and salmon, and those two, the ones you should really concentrate on if you want to stock them for the beneficial value. They are full of omega-3 fatty acids, protein, vitamin D, vitamin B12, minerals and antioxidants, and this is why I like to stock up on those. Next thing on the list, guys, is mushrooms. I have dehydrated mushrooms, and you can use them as a chunks, guys, or you can make a powder. No, they also really add on a great amount of flavor to your potentially boring meals just with adding a little bit of water, but mushrooms are full of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants and even fiber. Next thing, okay, we're talking about the beans, and again, guys, as you all know, all the beans good for you, but when we talk about the superfoods, there are two specifically very good ones. And guys, we're talking about the black beans and the chickpeas, which I don't have in my hand. So both of those, okay, have a lot of protein, a lot of fiber, a lot of iron, potassium and folate. So this is why I'll be stocking up a little bit more of my black beans. So next thing, guys, okay, we are talking about spinach, and here I have dehydrated powder spinach because normally spinach takes quite a lot of space. Yes, you can buy the spinach supplements, you can buy the dehydrated spinach, but it is kind of cheaper to be able to dehydrate it yourself. Nonetheless, it doesn't take away from the fact that spinach, it is a superfood. It's got vitamins K, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin B9. It's got iron, calcium, magnesium, potassium, and antioxidants. So this is probably has one of the most amount of vitamins in one thing. Yes, guys, it's not particularly that flavorful, I give it that, but it is certainly a superfood to have. And last but not least, guys, we're talking about the nori or kelp seaweed. Unlike this guy here, as we know, seaweed grows and thrives in the salty water, and it is also super good for us. It's got iodine, it's got vitamins, it's got minerals, and it also has antioxidants. So that kind of sums it up, a list of 15. Yes, there'll be other things, guys, that are super good for us, but I wanted to make this video to kind of narrow it down to the 15 top best superfoods we should have in our pantry. So if you haven't got any of these, maybe consider, totally understand you might not want to have all of that, but is a prep I kind of strongly suggest, because if we are preparing for the time where the resources are limited and we don't really have a lot of fresh produce available, it's very important to be able to replace what we can't get with the superfoods. This is really, in the end of it, why they call them a superfoods, because they're so rich and so full of antioxidants and mineral values that this is why they literally give them their name, superfoods, purely due to that fact. So anyway, guys, I do hope that you enjoy this video. Please don't forget thumbs up, maybe subscribe if you haven't for any more prepping tips, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.